Good morning. Yes, it is another morning ride, but this is one I kind of need. This weekend has been marred with a whole bunch of stuff that I want to talk about. But first, I got a new setup on the GoPro mount because it was so hot this week that the adhesive on the mount that I had melted off, and my GoPro fell as I leave my helmets in the garage, and it wasn't so good because the heat got up to probably over 100 degrees, and that wasn't so good for the heat adhesive. So I got a new one, so I'm hoping this looks okay. Of course, it's very early morning right now because I'm heading out to watch the sunrise, try and clear my mind of all of this garbage that's going on. As you know, over this past weekend in Charlottesville, Virginia, there was a white supremacist rally, and if anybody calls it anything different, they're fooling themselves, because that's exactly what it was. It was a bunch of entitled white guys feeling like they're oppressed, which is just ridiculous. If you get the sense that you're oppressed when you're given every advantage in this world, you're not oppressed, you're spoiled. And that's what they were. They went to supposedly rally in support of a statue of Robert E. Lee, who was the general of the losing side in the Civil War, and he has a statue to him. I can't understand that. Usually great men have statues, and maybe he was a great general, but he fought for the wrong side. And as we always know, winners get to set history. So I don't know how that one happened. Being raised in the South, because I was born and raised in Florida by parents who were from the North, so I didn't get the prescribed it's us versus them mentality that a lot of people in the South do. I don't believe it was the war of northern aggression. I believe it was the right thing to do. But the Civil War was fought and won by the North. And the vast majority of my family came over after the Civil War. The side of my family that was here during the Civil War fought the North. And they didn't... We were too poor as a family, always growing up, to even really participate in what the war was about. We were just struggling to get by on our own. But members of my family still did fight for the North. It was true to the story my grandmother always used to tell me, which I doubt, because she always liked to prop herself up just a bit. My ancestor that first came to America on that side of the family was an orphan child brought over with a priest who supposedly brought the first Bible to America. Now, I don't necessarily believe the first Bible to America part, because I'm pretty sure that came over on the Mayflower. But I do tend to believe the orphan part, because all of our stories were sprinkled with a little bit of truth, and I think that's the little bit of truth in that story. So we weren't one of the wealthy families that came over to the country. None of the Baron traders or ship makers or any any of that. We were coal miners. Both sides of my family were coal miners. That's what still part of my family does to this day. Up in West Virginia and Pennsylvania. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of jokes there, but let's not get into that. But we're here to talk about Charlottesville and what happened. And the way the media is reporting it, of course they tend to be glossing over the fact that it was white supremacists and Ku Klux Klan members, and they're calling it the alt-right and the white nationalists, which are just cover-up words for racism. And I don't want anything to do with them or that, and it's not the way I was raised. Even though I was raised in the South, the area I was raised in was diverse. It was full of culture, despite it being a small town. We didn't care who you were, what you were, as long as you had a smile on your face and you did what you were supposed to. It's just the way I grew up, and I still feel that way about this area. Even though I found out last night that there is a Ku Klux Klan chapter right next door in Cocoa, which I didn't know about. I thought the nearest one was in Bushnell, Florida, which is quite a ways away from here. So you never know what's in your backyard. Anyway, what capped off the protest and supposed rallies, whenever I hear rally anymore, I just don't think it's a term that leads to anything good. That's just me. But what capped it off was on Saturday there was supposed to be a march in protest and against the rally of white supremacists. And that protest was called off, the rally was called off. It was declared unlawful, and the protest marchers, the anti-rally marchers, started walking the streets, declaring, whose city is this? Our city, which I thought was a fantastic phrase. And during that, a car rammed through the crowd, killing one woman and injuring dozens more. And the news, as it is, has already released the name of that vile piece of garbage that committed this act. And it is an act of terrorism. Regardless of what the media says, regardless of what some of our leaders are saying, it was absolutely an act of terrorism. It was to create terror in the minds of somebody who was standing up for what they believe in and their right to peacefully march. As I do in my blogs, I always try to find the names of the victims because I think they need to be known. I don't believe the people that commit these acts need to be known unless there is a search for them going on. The piece of garbage that did this is captured. He's in jail. So we need to know no further knowledge of him except for the result of his trial. The media has not found out the name of the woman who was killed. I know she was 32 years old, and that's all I know. And as soon as I do have her name and any information on her background, and when I say background, I don't mean what her sexual preferences is, what color she is, or anything like that. I mean what her story is, what she enjoyed in life, things like that. I will put that up on my blog as soon as I get any of that. And that's pretty much all I have to say on this matter. Check the blog. There'll be a link in the description. And like I said, I'll get that information on the woman that was killed as soon as possible, and I'll put it up on there. And that's about it. With the rest of this, I'm going to try and get some pretty good shots of the sunrise. So enjoy that.
That glorious day, we ran outside because the 2 days before it had rained lakes. Our mothers asked us not to be long. We never kept our promises. We knew the curves like the back of our hands of the women we kept.
There you have it, another beautiful sunrise on a brand new day.
Our mothers asked us,
A day that can be the start of a change rather than a continuation. I don't know if you can see them, all the paddle boarders are out now enjoying some small swells, but that's all I got for you today. I'm sure this filled up quite a bit of time. As always, peace in.
Peace to your brother, peace to your family, peace to your loved ones, peace to your enemies. Life is a hallway and change is coming. Can't you hear it knocking on the door?